Hey guys, so we are back for episode 2 of Scrap Class. I was looking at this first page we did for episode 1, and I had ended up trimming these pieces just in case I needed another little bit of wood grain or this red for embellishments, and I ended up not using it. So I was looking at my next page to do, which is another photo heavy Christmas layout, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna use the scraps of our scraps to make a whole nother page. So we're taking these two little scraps I have left over from this layout, which is already a scrap layout, and we're gonna make things now. I'm gonna just leave everything I had on my desk from this page, and we're just gonna roll it over into the next one. So easy peasy. Whatever layout you guys are working on, if you have some 12-inch scraps on your table, we're gonna be using them. This is a layout I really like to do when I have tons of pictures and I just don't want to pare them down. Layouts like this are really, really good for vacations, weddings, a bunch of stuff where we just have lots of pictures. And I've noticed when I've done my flip throughs, I used to not really like making these pages because they just didn't seem like a real scrapbook page because they're so photo heavy and not a ton of scrapping has to go on it. But as I do my flip throughs, I really appreciate these kind of pages in between all my other more intricate layouts. So that's what we're doing on this one. I have 5 4x6s and they're all getting on this layout. So I think we're gonna do it like this. Maybe I'll have this one on this side. And we're gonna fill up pretty much most of the page with our pictures. Again, you could do similar to what we did on the last page and just have, 3 pictures going across the page. If you want to have another one and just do a whole page of pictures and then embellish on top, like, do it. I've done it before and it's kind of fun and a nice way to get all your pictures used up. But this is what we're gonna do. And with my 2 little scraps left over from last page, they're just gonna fill in the gap. Look at this. Just like that. Our 12x12 is done. We just have to embellish. And it might look boring right now, but we're gonna do some fun things. So this is the plan. I'm gonna stick down my pictures really quick and then I'll figure out how I wanna do the scraps. But that's what we're doing. I did put some stickies over Bennett's face. He's just getting to the age now where it really kind of needs to be up to him if he wants to be on the internet. And at his current age, that decision is up to his mother. So I am just gonna start kind of covering him and Avery's face. I am sorry to everyone who has followed them and their baby albums and all that kind of stuff, but they're at that age now where I just don't want to put them on the internet. So that's my workaround. In the close-ups, I will take the stickies off and just kind of blur his face, but I don't know how to do that on video, so this is what we're gonna do. I do have my glue runner for you guys, but I'm just gonna use my double-sided tape for the background. I just like how this works for sticking things down, so gonna have to stick with it for just a second until I get my photos down. Just gonna do this. Okay. I also thought this one would be nice to do real time because it probably is gonna be a little shorter because most of your page is picture. I love doing layouts like this too when I'm kind of low on my mojo and my creative juices. This is one of those layouts that's like, you only have to be creative on a little part of it. So it's an easy layout to do if you're A, getting burnt out, or 2, just trying to get back into scrapbooking. This is one that can kind of get everything flowing. Bennett got this Paw Patrol wristwatch thing for Christmas and he was all about it. So these are just pictures of him being cute with me. We also did a Christmas bonfire after the kids went to sleep. So that's this picture. You can see Marcus in his Santa hat. And then my brother was in town from Virginia. So we played a couple games once the boys went to sleep too. Bennett also got like a bunch of Play-Dohs, and he's in his dinosaur phase right now, so we just made a bunch of dinosaurs out of the Play-Doh, which is what he's playing with here. So I just wanted to document all these kind of little things from the day. And then I think what I'm gonna do is use a border punch on this red, the same way I did on this initial layout. I really like the idea of carrying this notebook edge punch over to this page. Especially because they're all Christmassy, they're next to each other. They're on different days and they're different events, but I kind of feel like each Christmas season, I still kind of like to make it cohesive in my book. So we are going to do notebook punch, and this is going to kind of trim this red piece down a little too far, but I have a plan, so I'm not gonna worry about that right now. If you're running to the same thing, you can just grab another scrap of paper, whether it be like a neutral, just like black or white. But I am actually going to add some washi behind this, just to add another layer and some more texture. So I don't really have to worry about the gap I'm about to create by trimming this down a little bit. I just feel like I had to do a notebook edge punch on this because there's not a whole lot going on this page. I am going to create an embellishment cluster down here to kind of balance again off of what I'm gonna do at the top. I want something at the bottom, so I'm gonna do an embellishment cluster probably in this corner. Other than that, I just need to kind of make the top a little interesting, so that's what we're gonna do with my notebook edge punch and my washi. I kept all the embellishment from before, and then I did just go through some of this cocoa die cuts that I was wanting to use on the last page and decided against it. I'm gonna get some of them used up on this page. So that will be nice. I'm using the stuff I meant to use before. So I really like this way of scrapping though, because it's kind of like lazy scrapping. I can just like use whatever in arm's reach. And I don't need that much, so it's good. Almost done. One little more, a little bit. Come on. What is happening? This is not wanting to line up. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. So now, I think I will get my washi down first, and then I will layer this on top. I'm choosing, I have a ton of black and white Felicity Jane washies here, but I'm kind of liking the impact of this plaid gingham grid. I don't know what you would call that. I just like the boldness of the black. I think if I did the more white heavy ones with intricate designs, you'd be able to see layers behind the washi, but I just like the impact this has. So I am going to, I have a wide washi, so I'm literally just gonna tear this in half, but if you had the regular size washi, you could use it as is, or just tear like a skinny strip off of the top so that you're left with this with a torn edge. If you even want a torn edge, you don't have to. And I am going to stick this along the bottom of the page so that I have some texture down here. And so that black is balanced top and bottom. Yeah. There we go. Okay. And with washi, I like to kind of make it simple and just fold it around the edges. But you can just trim it at the edge too if you want. Same with down here. I'm just gonna wrap this around the bottom of the page just so that's a clean edge on the front. There we go. And since I wrapped that along the bottom edge, I probably will just trim this overhang. Oof. There we go. Okay. So that's where we're at. Get my red down. That's gonna look so cute. Yep. Yep. I'm sorry, I have the glue runner, but I just feel like I need my glue tape for this. I'm sorry. Went to the trouble in finding it for you guys and everything, and then I'm like, I'm still not gonna use it. Okay. Sometimes I just trust the hold of this glue tape a little more than the glue runner. Okay, stick down. There we go. Other side. And then after this part, we get to do the fun part, which is embellishing. It's always my favorite. Just gonna fold this excess glue up. This one, okay. Don't know if I want to tuck this behind the picture or just lay it on top. I don't know if it matters. I was really annoyed when I printed these pictures because they cut off the part of Thomas's head on this one, but you can see him here, so it's fine. I was wondering if I should just reprint, but I did not want to have to go back just for that, so. Okay. Beautiful. And then once you get this all done, if your piece you glue everything onto is a little wider, then that's when I just like to trim it once I kind of get everything down. That way it just makes all your layers even. Okay. I dropped my scissors. Okay. So I want embellishment up here, embellishment down here. I do have another film strip and ampersand, so if you do have your leftover stuff left from the first layout, there are lots of different options about what you could use to create this. I decided to use film strips, but like I said in the last video, you could use a tag for this, a glassine bag, a doily, a punch, just a layer. Something you can put a focal point in front of. And I'm just gonna do the same thing pretty much. I'm going to tuck this, if I can. Maybe I should have tucked this behind this photo. Hang on a second. Having to reevaluate. There we go. Did too much glue. Okay. Hold, please. There we go. Okay. I knew something like that was going to happen. But we got our film strip, and I got another ampersand, so I decided maybe I would use this one. And then to carry the white and black, let's see. Got some labels in here. Ooh, there's another asterisk. Can use that. Didn't get that on the last page. Maybe I'll try to pull some red down to the bottom too, because I have the red up here. So maybe that's cute. I don't want her to like cover too much of the picture, but this picture and this picture is very similar, so I'm kind of okay with there being stuff here. You can see what I'm intending for you to see in this picture, so I'm not worried about embellishing over top. Is there anything else? That's kind of reading orangey, so I'm not going to use that. I kind of like that as like my main pieces. And then if I pull in some like word stickers, maybe. Let's see. can have the same kind of finishing touch as the last one. Oh gosh, I can't get these out. There we go. Okay. That's cute. Do I want the ampersand here? I think so. Kind of brings your interest to that because I'm doing the same diagonal type of thing I did on the last one. I like that. Okay, I do have a little gold I'm introducing, so maybe I will do some Heidi Swap color shine on this one. I don't really want to use the brads because I have a weird thing about mixing foiled metallic and glitter metallic. Like I like to just stick to one, even though that's silly because you obviously can do whatever you want on your page, but I'm not going to use the brads because I have this glitter, but I will use my color shine, which is trying very hard to die. Gonna have to find some more of that. I like this. Do I want to add, I could add more labels and stuff, but I feel like there's not a ton of room up here. If you have more room up here, you can definitely add more layers and stuff under your focal point. And if you don't have an ampersand, you could use a heart, a star. You could cut, if you are doing Christmas, you could do a little Christmas tree or an ornament or a wreath. I'm just gonna use another ampersand because I have all these beautiful ampersands from Felicity Jane to use, so that's what I'm gonna stick with. And if you had more, if you were doing florals or something, you could just use the same type of thing up here. But I'm gonna use ampersand and then the floral down there so that the red is balanced, and then we got the black and white elements on each side. Yeah, I'm gonna start gluing, I think. And again, this ampersand and chipboard is dimensional already because it's chipboard, but if these were like flat die cuts or something, I probably would pop them up on some foam. But they have some decent dimension on their own, so I'm just going to leave them. Part of me wants to add another layer down here, but I don't think I really need it. I think I just want to add more things. And I don't know that I want to pull in gray. I mean, I could pull in gray because she kind of is wearing gray and this film strip is kind of black and gray. I just don't know that I need it. Do it if you want. I'm not gonna do it. I think it's just distracting. Maybe it's because my washi is patterned too, so I don't really need it. Okay, we're gonna lay this there. And my banner. Do I want to pop this up on foam? I think I will, because this is not chipboard, it's just a die cut, and I have some dimension up here with the chipboard. I am going to pop this piece up on some foam, just so there's a little bit of dimension down here too. But obviously you do not need to do that, especially if you are dimensionally conscious, because I realized doing this on a lot of my pages makes my albums very fat. So use whatever you want. Okay. I always thought this would be easier with nails. It's not. There we go, okay. I think just like that. So I don't like the little hole that's in this banner, so I'm just trying to make sure that this covers that up. Cute, look at that. I like this design too because there's plenty of room if you want to add a title. If you want to do a little journaling, you could even journal across the washi. If this piece itself is a little thicker, you could journal along that piece. I like journaling in a way that kind of flows with the design, unless you have a lot of journaling and you just need like an actual journaling spot. But if you just do little notations, I like to journal across elements of the page or just in little areas I've already created. I'm going to add my color shine. I don't know that I really need to add anything else because this is just one of the Christmas pages. Especially if you are doing this when you have a ton of pictures that span many pages, and this is just your get the pictures used up type of layout. You don't have to worry about journaling because I'm sure it's somewhere else on another page. I'm just doing a little color shine in the corners just to add a little bit more gold and make it a little more interesting. All right, are we done? That's the shortest real time ever. Is there anything else I want to do? I love these little charms, but again, it's gold foil. Do I really care? Should I just add one of these charms and add some brads? We're gonna do it. These are too cute to not use. And I think I want either the heart or the little house. Or we could use both. Could I have one in each corner? The thing with these though is they have little eyelets and it's gonna make me want to add twine or something to them, which I can do. Where's my gold twine? Ah, ha, ha. Yes. Or I could do black and white. Ooh. I kind of like the black and white better than the gold. Y'all are all gonna yell at me to do the opposite of what I end up doing, and I apologize. I like the impact that the black and white will have. Sorry if you picked the gold. You can do gold on your layout. All right, I'm gonna thread this through there. That's gonna be cute. Just gonna tie this a couple times. There we go. Okay. That. Now, I kind of want it overlapping the ampersand a little bit, but I just need to find the best place for it. Maybe there. I'm gonna add a brad too. Okay. I thought I had my plan for this whole layout and this would be like a really smooth real time, but things happen, okay. That's gonna be cute. I like it. Let's do it. And now I got 2 of those used up finally. All right. Tie and a tie. Whoop. And then I think once the brads are down, I will be done. Did not have to add these last little bits, but like I said, it's your page. Do what you want. You don't have to add more if you don't want to. If you want to add different things, go for it. Okay, there we go. Here. It's gonna get in front of my face a little bit. I don't care, because I have this picture that's like the same picture, so it does not bother me. But obviously if it bothers you, put your embellishment where you want them. I'm gonna do Brad here and here, and then I don't know if I'm entirely happy with the placement here, but I don't really know where to put it. This is why I go through when I make my pages that you guys don't see when it's sped up. All right. I just want it like I feel like it needs to be connected to the ampersand, but I kind of didn't like that it filled in this empty space because I kind of like the empty space for some reason in that film strip. So I'm going to do this, I think. Pierce some holes. Here and here. Okay. Let's get these down and then see what it looks like. And of course I smeared my color shine, because why wouldn't I? Every time I do my color shine and decide to add more stuff, I always smear it. That's okay. I'll wipe it off and do a little fresh splatter. Okay. You need an extra foam dot. All right, let's see how this looks. And then maybe we'll be done. Yeah. Cool, okay. Let me gonna wipe off the part I smeared and just resplatter a little bit. Okay. Come on. Just need to do a dot over that part I smeared. There we go. All right, perfect. We're done. And we only used little scraps, and you got a whole page, which I love. So try this one out. I know this is not kind of the same as the first one, but I think this is a good type of design to always have in your arsenal, especially when you have lots of pictures that you don't want to have to pare down. I really love when I flip through my album and I kind of get to a more photo heavy layout that my eye can kind of just rest and take in the pictures, but there's still little fun embellishment and layers that, you know, go with the page. So there you go. Episode 2 is done, and we now have a nice little companion page for episode 1. And if you guys missed episode 1, go back and watch it because this one was a lot of fun. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.